Hi guys, so it's my favorite time of the year, Christmas, when I'm wrapping all my presents. And I love wrapping presents. To me, it's just as important as everything else in the house for Christmas. So I'm going to give you a few really cool tips on wrapping presents. I'll show you how I do it and some of the techniques and the little tricks that I do. So first of all, I have all of my wrapping paper and I keep it in this laundry bag, so it's all organized and it sits in the back of the closet, so at Christmas time when I need it I can just take it out of there and everything gets neatly organized. I also have all my tissue papers, all my ribbons and all my bows. So what I do is throughout the year I save all sorts of different boxes when I buy stuff, so then I can use them for Christmas, because it makes, especially when you have a lot of shoe boxes with the presents in them, it makes for a very nice and uniform pattern underneath your Christmas tree. Also, shoe boxes are really good for oddly shaped presents, like this candle holder, for example. It's really hard to wrap it by itself, but when you put it in a shoe box with little tissue paper, it makes an awesome present. So I have my scissors, and another thing I like to do is I like to cut quite a few pieces of tape and just line them around the corner of the table. So once I start wrapping my presents, I don't have to deal with holding the paper and trying to take off cut the little strip of tape. I just have them over here and I just grab them and put them. Another important part is hand lotion, because when you put lotion in your hands, that actually minimizes the risk of getting paper cuts. So I like to have lotion on hand, and also when you work with the paper, it's not as slippery if you have lotion in your hands. So with that said, I'm going to show you how I wrap my presents, and I don't like measuring, I like to eyeball things, and in my opinion it's easier to eyeball it than to measure and then cut. It makes the present wrapping process way faster. So let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So this present, actually, it's shoes, so they're gonna go with the original box. And I hope the person whose present that is for, it's not watching this video, although he's a subscriber. I mean, he's a family member, he's not I'm not just sending gifts to random subscribers. So I hope he's not watching. But this one, it's already in the shoe box. And here is what I do. I'm using this pattern because it's for a guy, so it's a little bit more manly. I want the paper, I don't want to waste paper, so I want the paper to wrap it just right. So for this side of the box, I am going to leave on one side 2/3 of the length of the box, and then on the other side 2/3 of the length of the box. So I am going to be wrapping the present this way. So over here we have just like that, about 2/3 of the length of the box, and I'm gonna flip it over, and over on this side I need another 2/3 of the length. So right here on my side I'm gonna make a cut in the paper right around over here, so I know where to cut later. So this is done, and now I need the paper to completely go around the box, so I'm gonna flip it once. So we have the bottom, now we have the side, now we have the top, and now we have the other side. So this is almost the entire length of the paper. And now here is my little cut. Gonna cut just a little more, and then I will flip it over and make sure that I have a 90-degree angle here, and then I'll make sure that I have 90-degree angle there, and then I'm gonna fold it and cut it. So now this gentleman is getting one present, so I'm only gonna use this paper once to wrap his present, because everybody's present, it's going to be in different paper. It makes it more fun underneath the Christmas tree, but also if I have a second present for him, I'm going to use the same paper, so I know which presents are for him or for whatever particular person when we start exchanging the presents. And then take the box, gonna put it with the top down and start moving it along until I get to about, that sounds right. I'm gonna take one of my conveniently cut strips of tape. It's just so much easier this way than having to tear it every time you need a piece of tape. Then we'll flip this one over. And over here on this side, I'm gonna do 3. So I'm gonna do one right in the middle, and then I'll do 2 more towards the ends. This way it's going to be much easier now when we start folding.
So this is still the bottom of the shoebox. So over here on this side, I'm gonna press it down and make sure that right over here I have a 90-degree angle. Okay, and then I will do the same on this side. And now to make my life easier, I will put another piece of tape right over here to secure it. And then I'm going to take this side and fold it over again until it reaches all the way to the edge of the box right over here and make a seam. And the same thing here. We'll put a little piece of tape and I will repeat the same thing here. I will fold it over and start pushing down until I reach the edge of the box and then just press it over. And a piece of tape. Now over here, because here I cut the paper, so I'm not the best cutter, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold it once carefully and then put it up and secure it. So you normally would do this with this side facing you so you can see what you're doing. I'm doing it for the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now once you do this, the other side, it's super easy because you just put it on its bottom, the box, and then repeat exactly the same thing. And just make sure to follow the edges of the box. That will make for really tight and neat, just like we did on the other side. Okay, and it looks super neat. And to make it more fun, I'm gonna add a bow. And a lot of my clients give me presents, so I never throw anything away as far as bows. And this way, when I save stuff, then I don't have to spend the money the next year. So in order to do the bow on the top of the box, we're gonna have to flip the box, the top side down, put it over the bow, and then flip the box over. Now I'm gonna tie it in a knot. And here is Aaron's present. And so, present number 1 is done and it's going underneath the tree. The one last thing I have to do is just add a little label on the back of the box so I can indicate who the box is for and who is it from. And if you're gifting something as simple as a pair of socks like this is just a tradition, this is just an addition to an actual present, but every woman in the family gets a pair of socks from me. And because this one has pinkish here, I'm gonna use pink tissue paper, place it in the box. And this is an example how you can turn a simple pair of socks into a very pretty and elegant present. And with this present, I want to give you an example how you can have just a small piece of paper that it's the last one you have left and you want to wrap the present in it, but this is all you have. I will show you how you can trick the system. You have to put the box, the top side down, and as long as you can cover all the corners of the box when you fold the paper, this way and this way, you are good to go. So let's get started. And tape it, fold this corner, and now here is the tricky part. You have to fold it in, and then at the same time as you're folding in, you have to fold up at the very same time. And there you go. And now we will repeat the same thing with this side. As we're folding in, we're also folding up, and we will tape it over, and there you go. All you have to do is add a beautiful bow. And lastly, if you feel like your wrapping paper is too plain and doesn't have enough prints, you can use those ribbons, different color ribbons. I got those from Costco, and you can use those to put some more color and pattern to your gift. And I'm going to show you a couple more that look really nice as well. Here is this one. It's just a plain red paper, and once I added the ribbon, it looks much more fun. Even if you have pattern but you want to make something look more colorful and more artsy, you can do this, or you can do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe. Merry Christmas! Bye!